Ladies and gentlemen, this is the captain speaking. And today, what we're going to see is the landing en route tab. Now, the landing en route tab, this is a part of your PMDG Universal Flight Tablet. You click on the performance tool and you have a takeoff tab, you have a landing dispatch tab, and landing en route. Takeoff tab was discussed in the previous video, and this video we will look at the landing en route tab. Now, to save time, I've already input the details for the Addis Ababa airports. The runway is 25 left. It automatically gives you the elevation, runway heading, slope, runway length, conditions dry. I put the max takeoff weight with flaps 30 for landing, and the conditions are with AC on, and we will select engine and wing anti-ice off. Now, if you come to the weather tab, you have wind, OAT, and the QNH. I put 5 as a headwind component. You could also put the wind that is given by ATC. So in this case, if the wind was 25010 knots, you could enter it that way as well. Or if it is a headwind, I could enter it as 5 or 10. And if it was a tailwind, I could enter it as -5 as well. Now let's, for this example, take it as 5 knots of headwind, OAT is 25, and QNH is 1009. Now what I'm going to do for us to see, now why am I showing you this? Because I want you to see why is it important to calculate the landing performance. If you don't calculate the landing performance, especially in a jetliner, you will not know where you stop. You will not know if you're going to stop with the available landing distance that you have. So in this example, let's see what the landing en route performance tells us. So like I said, we've entered the airport details, we entered the aircraft details, the way the conditions are at this time. I'm going to change this to off again. And we're going to then input the weather, and let's hit calculate. Now when I hit calculate, it's going to calculate the performance, and it says calculation error, predicted required landing distance exceeds available landing distance. So what it's trying to say is, for the length of the runway that is available in Addis Ababa, that's 25 left, we will not be able to land the airplane with this configuration that we've set. Now, why is it important? Of course, you want to land the airplane, and now you need the right configurations, the right winds, the right temperature, and the right elevation. All the combination is needed for you to land the airplane safe in Addis Ababa. So we're going to change only one variable now here. That is, we're going to go and select auto brake setting of 2. Now let's see what that does to our landing performance. With auto brake setting of 2, with all the information which is set the way it is, I'm going to hit calculate. And now when I hit calculate, if you see, the landing distance available is 11,200 feet, and the required landing distance is 9983. Now let's change another variable and see what happens. Now instead of a headwind of 5, I'm going to put a tailwind of 5 and monitor the required landing distance is about 9,900, and if I hit calculate, it's going to increase to 10,783. That's the effect of a tailwind of just 5 knots on your entire landing performance. So this is what I'm trying to explain, that calculating a landing en route performance for your every landing is very important, because it protects you, it keeps you safe. Now the question comes again is, why do we calculate landing performance? So as we see, we calculate landing performance to get the accurate landing distance. Now someone would say, hey, then why don't I use auto brake setting of 4 or max auto, or say for that factor max manual, and do my all landings in a particular way? Yeah, you could do that. You could select max manual, you calculate from 10,700. Now you can stop the airplane in 4,500 as well, or 4,488. But that's not the idea of just landing the airplane, because after you land the airplane, there are few other things that you need to consider as well. And one of the most important consideration after landing is the brake cooling or the brake temperatures. If you land with max manual on this runway, yes, you can stop the airplane. If you land with max manual, there are chances that it's put loads of stress on your brakes, because of which your brake cooling has been affected, your next departure will be affected, and in some cases, not in the one that I'm showing you now, but in some cases there might be fuse plug melt or your tires can catch fire as well. Now, why do we need to use these different brake settings? Now, there could be a reason where the ATC says that we are on high intensity runway operations and you need to exit at a specific intersection only. And in that case, to help ATC and to make sure performance meets as well, you can use auto brake setting of 3, calculate and try to give the best performance, by which you will vacate on a specified taxiway as requested by the ATC as well. So this is one example with the airport that I've given hub, which is Addis Ababa, which has an elevation of 7592. Now I'm going to quickly change the airport to Doha. Okay, so here I am. I'm going to select Doha as OTHH as the runway. I'm going to select 34 right for landing. I'm going to put max landing weight of 251 tons. We will land with flaps 30. Aircraft configuration for anti-ice will be off, and I'm going to use auto brake setting of 1, and then 5 OAT is 35 and QNH is 1013, and I'm going to hit calculate. Okay, so if you see now in Doha with the conditions wind that I've entered as head, it needs a landing distance of 9917. Now, what if there was a non-normal condition where your airplane had a hydraulic failure or some other problem? What would the landing distance be? So if you drop down the non-normal conditions, which probably happened with you in the air, and if you had to use one of these, if I select left plus center hydraulic system, landing distance will change as well. So the point that I'm trying to make is to the guys who are flying flight simulator, is calculating landing performance is important, and make sure you do a good landing en route performance calculation before you land the airplane, so it's nice and safe for you. So that's it from my video today. I hope you got some new information from the video. If you already know about how the system works, feel free to correct me, drop in a line in the comments and tell me what you would do different. And if there is anything you've learned, if you'd like more videos like these, please do like and subscribe and help my channel grow. And signing out, this is the Captain. Have a good day. Bye bye.